Hello everyone, meteorologist Chad Evans here with a look at your daily weather forecast video, sponsored always by Trent Johnson State Farm. Trent is my agent.com. High pollen. We've got the highest pollen levels of the year. Not only today, but right into tomorrow and for a lot of the rest of the week. And the biggest culprit is that oak pollen. Tiny pollen that gets up into those nostrils and gives you those allergy symptoms. Now, we've got a few very random spotty or scattered showers and thunderstorms ahead, but nothing that's really widespread and heavy over the next several days. We're going to get the heavier rain next week, and perhaps as early as late Sunday night, and even some severe weather risk with that as well. But it's certainly going to be warmer in this forecast as we end this week. And then we get into black locust winter. After another warm shock coming in next week, we have a few nights where it's about 34, 35, 37 degrees. Not going to be in the 20s, not going to be in the low 30s, like 32 or 31, but a few patches of frost ahead in early May. But it's going to be below normal rainfall, and a pretty long stretch of below normal rainfall in May as well. There is the high pollen. Look at that. Next several days, pollen in the high category. If you are prone to allergies, this is going to be a pretty rough few days for you as pollen surges. There's our Skycam, Lafayette South Side, near Veterans and 9th. We've got the sun out. We've got a few patches of high clouds around. But if we look northwestward via NDOT cams at Atkinson, we can see more in the way of clouds up towards Benton County. So that's the cold front approaching. And ahead of it, it's warm, it's windy. We had winds gusting more than 35, 40 miles an hour, and temperatures that are running around 70 to the mid 70s. There's your front up towards Rockford and Chicago. That front comes through tonight. We can see it right here with our kind of future cast. You can see a few random spotty to scattered showers and thunderstorms that will come through tonight, and then get out of here come tomorrow morning. But the thing is, it's very hit or miss rainfall, and a lot of places will get nothing or just a trace. But a few of you will get 1/10 of an inch, and there'll be a few very, very select local small locations that get 1/4, 1/3 of an inch of rain out of this. And then tomorrow, the front goes back north as a warm front. So along that front, there could very well be a few very random spotty showers, thunderstorms that pop in the afternoon. But it's very hit or miss rainfall. You can see here, it's a situation where your neighbor gets 1/10 of an inch or 1/4 of an inch of rain, and you get nothing tomorrow afternoon. So very random, 30% coverage of a few scattered showers and thunderstorms. Now, we look ahead to Friday. Now, we're going to have a severe weather outbreak from Minnesota down to Texas. I think we've got slight risk already in that area. There may be a small corridor of enhanced risk. So a low-end outbreak. Last week we had a higher-end outbreak of severe weather with the moderate risk. This is more slight and maybe enhanced west of our area, but it's a pretty large area of severe weather. All the way, I would say, from southwest Ontario, Manitoba, all the way down to Texas. The thing is, it weakens as it moves eastward. Now, you might say, well, Chad, it's going to be so warm Thursday and part of Friday, you'd think we'd get severe weather. It's warm aloft, we've got some capping issues, and a lot of the deeper moisture and deeper instability will be just southwest of our area. If we can get a little bit more instability, we could add a marginal risk of severe. We'll wait and see about that if it's possible. But right now, we're a little short on instability or CAPE, and it's a little warm aloft, but we're still going to get a few showers and thunderstorms out of the deal. There's Thursday on the left, the marginal and slight risk. Again, we may have a little corridor of enhanced painted in there eventually. And then you've got the slight risk down there in southern Missouri and down into northeast Texas and Arkansas and parts of Oklahoma. So Friday, it's mainly southwest of our area. Again, all along, it's kind of been an instability issue. I haven't really been talking up Friday very much over the past few weeks. And rainfall-wise, this is Friday. Totals are not overly impressive. You see anywhere from 1/10 to about 1/3 of an inch of rainfall expected from this as these weakening showers and thunderstorms come through. Now, we dry out Saturday. Sunday, warm front comes through, maybe a couple showers and storms late. So this is coming in sooner. So that said, the warmer air gets in sooner. So Sunday I went warmer than I had yesterday and this morning. Monday, we've got to watch for severe weather late in the day and into Monday night as the storm comes out of the plains. And you can see that here, the flare up of storms as that low tracks, pretty deep low, tracks near Chicago. So in our area, severe weather risk will begin to ramp up. Now, right now, Storm Prediction Center has the risk of Missouri down into Texas on Sunday. And then Monday night, they've got the slight risk, southern Indiana, southwest Indiana, down to Louisiana. I really do think that slight risk will be expanded northward to cover our area down the road. And I do think also there is going to be an upgrade to enhanced risk. And some of that enhanced risk is probably going to cover part of Indiana, and it's going to extend it down into Mississippi as well. Now, we look ahead to after that. So we're looking to Tuesday, Wednesday of next week. So Tuesday is drier after some morning rain, and temperatures may fall a little bit in the afternoon. I do think Wednesday could be cooler and drier, but we may see a couple showers late in the day as a warm front tries to come northward. Now, the better chance of heavier rain is Thursday, Friday of next week. The track of the storm system is very important. If this tracks a little bit farther northward, we are in severe weather risk, big time. If it tracks a little farther south, as this data depicts, not only one system, but two, it means that the severe weather risk will be southern Indiana down to the Gulf Coast. Regardless, we're getting a lot of rain out of it. So next week, when you look at this, easily more than 1.5 inches to more than 3.5 inches of rain. So it's going to get wet again after drying out for a while this week. Now, after this wet period, you see right here, we do dry out in May. So this is early to mid-May. Your rainfall's west of us. We are drier than normal here. It's colder at first, then we start to warm up. So there's the colder air coming in early May. 2 or 3 nights of temperatures in the 30s over the area. Again, not 29, not 31, not 32, 36, 37, 38, 34 sort of thing. We can see that here. These are the projected lows on May 5th, that morning. 34 Rochester, 37 Lafayette, 37 Crawfordsville, and you see like mid-30s like at Kentland, mid-30s Fowler, 34, 35 at Kokomo and Flora. So that's kind of the general idea here. It's still dry May 15th to the 24th. And even up to May 28th, the precip is still below normal. It does not mean it's not going to rain. It just means that the rainfall is going to be below normal when you take the May average. So all that said, we've got a planting window ahead in May, a nice one for farmers. We've got a little bit of a planting window this week up into the weekend. Then I think if we can't get the entire crop in before Memorial Day, which I think we will, it may take after this mid-June, because I do think it's going to get wet and stormy, not only 29th through May 31st, but I think early in June it could get pretty active, heavy rainfall and storm-wise, as that axis of heavier rain moves east. But one thing about May 28th through the 26th is it's going to get summer-like. We'll probably peak at 88 to 93 for highs. And that axis of severe weather, north and west of us, will eventually creep in here. And again, the 29th through the 31st, we get the heavier rain and the storms again. And then another bout of the same thing into early June. So tonight, again, that little cold front comes through, a few showers, thunderstorms, 8, midnight, and then a few, perhaps even as late as 7 a.m. We've got lows anywhere from 51 in the north to 60 or 61 in the central and southern counties. Now on Wednesday, front comes back north. There you see the 30% coverage, a few spotty shower thunderstorms around 75 to 80 for your high. We look ahead to Thursday, 63 in the morning, so warm morning, a warm afternoon, a windy day, sunshine, some cumulus clouds, and there you see the highs at 81 to 85 degrees area wide. Now, we look beyond that point. So 76 Friday, some scattered showers, thunderstorms. Cooler Saturday, drier 66. A few shower storms late Sunday, 73. 81 Monday, we watch the severe weather risk. Rain decreasing Tuesday, 71, then falling into the 60s. 60s Wednesday to about 70. 70s Thursday, rain storms into Friday, and then rain tapering Saturday, highs in the 50s, and then that cooler weather will settle in and we dry out into early and even mid-May. Hey, thanks for joining me today, everyone. I will keep you updated on the latest forecast information with a brand new forecast update coming up early tomorrow morning. Also, I'll have a weather pick of the week coming up on Substack today as well. Thanks, everyone.